stay here with you. You are a ranger, so I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky one. 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 I am a lucky one.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. I'm your host today, MaryCynthia, and I'm here with,
Dishon, Edison.
and I know you all look up to hearing from Grandma Gigi every day on the show, but she isn't around today. Still, don't worry, we're here to share everything that needs to be shared with you. And also, do not worry, Grandma Gigi will be back with us soon. Now, Women of Speed is where we bring you a story to inspire you, talk about the strengths of women, and celebrate everyday heroes among us. Now, our focus for today is the strongest woman I know. So, who is the strongest woman you know, and what makes you see her as strong? You too can call in to be part of this show if you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Who is the strongest woman you know, and what makes you to see her as strong? You know, when we talk about a strong woman, it's not always about muscles or power. Sometimes it's the quiet strength of a woman who keeps her family together even when life gets tough. It could be your mom, and let's say you see her as that strong because of the way she has been able to hold your family together. For some people, it's how their wives multitask and then all of that. So call in and share with us, who is the strongest woman you know, and what makes you to think of her as strong? All right, so Edison, welcome to the show, and I would start with you. Who's the strongest woman you know?
Well, thank you so very much. I would say that, the strongest woman I know, I would say that is my mother. Because actually, my mother went through a lot. Some kind of shackles, predicaments, pandemoniums, and whatsoever thing you can call. But she happened to be a mother who is said to be, concerned about how she can, better the family to do, to meet up all our needs. When things get tougher, that is where I get to understand that there is a difference between a father and a mother. Because no matter what, my mother will look for means to come up with a solution. Even if there is no food in the house, as a dad, you go out there and, most of the times parents, like that to be precise, they don't normally, open up that we don't have this.
True.
Because they want to cover up everything. But when my mother gets to understand that indeed there is nothing, she will try against all odds to make sure that the food is on the table. And because of that, our perseverance, our endurance, and all manner of things, makes me to say that she is indeed a strong woman.
Okay.
In all spheres of life, she's there. When it comes to religion, she will advise you, put you on the right channel to serve God as expected, and to go out there to be a responsible person. Not for you to, for me, I will even say that my mother, coined the kind of a person I am today, because she is the brain behind all happenings.
Okay, all right, that's very interesting and very impressive coming from a young man, because it's more like people just look at all these strengths or different sacrifices that women make and all of that and just think, it's a normal thing, anyone could do that, anyone could do any of those things that they do, and they just fail to understand that it actually takes someone who has the strength both in mind and body to be able to pull some of those things that women do. So we are asking today on the show, who is the strongest woman you know, and what makes you to think of her like that. And you too can call it to be part of this conversation if you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868, and tell us, who is that strongest woman you know? Is it your wife? Is it, do you just look at how she's able to put some certain things together and you're like, it only takes someone who is that strong or who is that enduring, and then all of that to be able to say, okay, this is a strong woman, and then all of that. You can call in and tell us. All right, so Edison.
Yeah.
You said your mom is the strongest woman, right?
Yeah, she is.
Okay. So what makes you say she's the strongest woman? Like, I want you to focus on that. Like, it could be the little things. I know you mentioned, okay, that's way of when there's nothing, and then she tries to fill in for that, and just to make sure that you're not affected. Are there other things that you just look at and say, it's only a strong person that can actually endure this. It's only a strong person that can actually handle something like this and all of that. Are there other features that make you to say, my mom is really the strongest woman I know?
Yeah, I will say that there are quite a number. If I will continue to mention, I think we'll speak from now until,
True.
Actually, I would say that my mom, one of the basic thing that is always ringing in my mind is, my mother, no matter what, she will advise you to make sure that you live an upright life. Even though there are some kind of circumstances in life, as a young boy, you're growing up, and when there's nothing at home, you'll be tempted to touch what is not yours. So my mother will speak to us, talk to us politely with warnings that make sure, no matter what, even if there's nothing at home, even if you are to drink water and sleep, drink the water and appreciate God and sleep.
True.
Don't you go out there to touch what doesn't belong to you. Because I think this is one of the basic things. I grew up, no matter what. I'm not bragging with that, because no matter what, I can never touch that which not belongs to me.
Okay.
No matter what. And the foundation was laid by my mom.
Okay.
I think this is something that I shall never forget about.
All right. So this is Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and today we are talking about the strongest woman I know. So who is the strongest woman you know, and what makes you to think of her as that? You too can call in to answer this if you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Who is the strongest woman you know, and what makes you to think of her as that? All right, so Edison, do you think strength, especially for a woman, it always has to be loud? But before that, let's take this call. Hello. It's dropped. You can still call back and tell us who is the strongest woman you know, and what makes you to think of her as that. All right, so Edison, like I was saying, hello. Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. How has knowing her changed the way you see women? Sometimes people have different opinions about women and all of that. So has knowing your mom as the strongest woman actually... Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
All right, this is Tina from North Bank.
All right, Tina, who is the strongest woman you know, and what makes you to think of her as that?
Okay, the strongest woman I know is definitely my mom.
Okay.
Growing up to meet her, she's just been this person that stand out in all areas. She's kind, she's patient, and I think that patience, being patient with her children also, it takes only a woman that is very strong and can be able to train a child. Children can be very, very stubborn, but at the same time, even when it seems there was nothing, in the house. She never left
Okay.
just because she was suffering.
Mm.
She stood there for her children up till now that almost all her children are of
Mm-hmm.
age.
Okay.
Yes. So for me, I see her as someone that the for her, yeah, she's the strongest woman.
All right, Tina, we hear you. Thank you very much for calling in to share that with us. That's wonderful. Okay, we heard from Tina, and I think she's on that same line with you, Edison.
Yeah, really.
It's for most people, I think
Yeah, they will
it's going
certainly,
it's going to be their mom,
Yeah.
but it doesn't stop at moms. It could be wives, it could even be
Sisters and-
sisters,
yeah.
aunties, a stepmom. I remember someone mentioned their stepmom some time ago on another topic, but like today also, you can call in and tell us who is the strongest woman you know and what makes you to think of her as that. And that is on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Who was the strongest woman you know and what makes you to think of her as strong? All right. So Edison, with the question I wanted to ask, has knowing your mom, like as the strongest woman, enduring, and all of the features you mentioned about her, changed the way you see women in general?
Yeah, really. Because when I take to, reflect back, visualize how my mother, operate life, her simplicity, consistency, her commitment, dedication. And then when I take to look at, people around me, I saw a lot of, a lot of differences. I have seen, and I'm still seeing, that there are quite a number of differences that are said to be beyond description even. Because my mother, she will say, if you are to collect something from somebody, you are to ask.
Okay.
I should know the source of that thing. Let me not just rush into collecting things from different people without knowing the source of it. But in this generation, what makes it kind of a little bit different with how my mother does things is that people are not concerned about the source of that thing. Sorry to use, for instance, most of guys like me, when they are giving out money to either ladies or their fellow colleagues, they don't care to ask whether the money is from, evil souls and whatsoever. They don't really care. I don't really want to mention something like Yahoo boys and all that, but I believe it's not right here.
Okay.
But most of the times, people don't care to know the source of money. But as for my mother, she will insist that you should know the source of that very thing that somebody wants to give you. So as for you not to fall victim sooner or later. So I think for that very thing, I visualize almost everything like the way my mother does things and the way I happen to see other people or other women out there does things is kind of a little bit different. Yes.
All right. So you're still on to Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we are talking about the strongest woman I know. You too can call in to be part of this conversation if you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Everyday women wear many hats, sometimes all before 10 a.m. She's the mother making sure everyone eats. The sister, hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Hello. Okay, we cannot hear you, but you can still call back and share with us who's the strongest woman you know and what makes you to think of her as that. And like I was saying, she's the mother making sure everyone eats, the worker chasing deadlines, the sister lending a helping hand, the friend giving advice, and the wife trying to hold everything together. And you can also mention your friend, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like a relative or anything like that. Yet somehow she finds a way to make it all work. That's the kind of strength that often goes unnoticed. Everyone just thinks, it's a normal thing until you actually put people in that situation, and then it's not something easy to do. So maybe for you listening, the strongest woman you know, it's your mom who raised her children alone, or even with spouse, maybe it's your wife who manages the home, supports your dreams, and still finds time to smile. Or maybe it's a woman you work with, the one who never gives up no matter what comes her way. So today, let's celebrate that kind of strength. Who is the strongest woman you know, and what's that one thing that makes you see her as strong? And you can reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Who is the strongest woman you know, and what makes you think of her as strong? All right, so Edison,
Yeah.
you mentioned your mom, right? So if you were to talk about another person, like if you were to mention another person who maybe not exactly the same, you cannot say exactly the same for the person, but at least comes close to like being that strong, and with all these features you mentioned about your mom, or even different attributes like that, who would that be? Would that be your sis? Would that be your friend, your mom, anybody at all, any woman at all?
Yeah, I think I will take it down to my sister, because my sister Kezia, she shown something that till death, in a place where I came from, I would say that is very difficult for somebody to endure, to persevere like the way she does, because she wrote junior WAEC 4 times, because my dad insists that she must get that herself before she can further, and then she insists that she will certainly do it herself. She continue, and as we are speaking, she is a barrister. So based on her commitment, her endurance, her perseverance, and whatsoever, I think that really ignite in me passion to address her as a strong woman.
Okay, you too can call in to be part of this show and tell us who is the strongest woman you know, and what makes you to think of her as strong. And that is on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. All right, so Edison, let's talk about something that I should have mentioned earlier. Like, what does strength mean to you, like in general, when you think of a woman? Do you first see maybe physical strength, or is it emotional strength, or is it a mix of all when you think of the strength of a woman?
For me, I would say is a mix of all, because before they will happen to even address you as a strong woman, you should be emotionally strong. Even somehow, somebody might be, as a woman, it is of great importance for you to be a woman that can cover up, even though there are some things going beneath that are set to be very difficult. You understand? As a woman, you need to cover up. Your ability to cover up give you that caption that you are a strong woman. Because most of the times, those who are not strong, a little problem in the house, they will be like CNN. They will just come to the media, go to their friends out there. Even some people go to social media to discuss their private life, which is very wrong. That entails that they are not that strong. But if you are a strong woman, you will keep certain secrets to yourself and to your family. Not everything you just because of a little problem you just rush into the media.
You're talking about endurance, right? Okay, so is it true that or do you think rather people don't really notice the invisible work that women do, and it's just kind of normalized, and that's a woman's job, or it's women that are supposed to do this? Or do you think it's kind of like stepped on, and it just goes unnoticed or unpraised, the actual work that women contribute to families and even to societies?
I would say that not all, but some people trample upon that, but not all. But somebody like me, I think I respect women beyond human imagination, because you cannot do without them. They are indispensable in the society. They are, for instance, like there's a biblical saying that says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain a favor from the Lord." So if you happen to, take them for granted, God won't be happy with you from the perspective of the, the religion or godly aspect. Then coming down to your normal way of life, if you happen to treat a woman bad, indirectly you are killing yourself. Because a woman, she is the one with the key of your destiny, a key of your life self. Because if a woman so wish, today your life can be sentenced to something unknown.
Okay.
Because for that reason, any reasonable man, somebody who, prepare food, give you water to drink, and almost everything, wash your clothes, a lot of things, and then you take that person for granted, automatically you're risking you're risking yourself and your life.
Okay.
So I think people actually only microscopic few, I would say, that really trampling upon their right and their capacities as women.
Okay, you're still listening to Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and today we are talking about the strongest woman I know. So you too can call in to be part of this conversation if you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Who is the strongest woman you know, and what makes you to think of her as strong? Is it your mom? Is it your aunt? Is it your sister, your friend, or your wife? Whoever it is, why do you think that's the strongest woman in the world? When you think of your own person as something, it's more like others' opinion doesn't count, and everyone can have their own strongest woman. While my own, I would say, okay, it's my mom. For another person, she will say her own mom is the strongest woman. So tell us, how about you? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. And definitely do not call in as a joke. Also, don't call in as a joke. I mean, you're embarrassing whoever, you're embarrassing your mom or your wife somewhere. So just call in and let them feel celebrated, because like I was saying right now, Edison,
Yeah.
it's more like some of these works or some of the weights that women carry often goes unnoticed, and people will just normalize them like, it's normal work now, it's normal this, until you actually put someone else in that situation to do it, and then you hear a lot of complaints.
Most of the times, if you're staying with your wife, because I've seen that, a man staying with his wife, and then something came up and the wife traveled for weeks. Is there, based on how the man begin to explain some things within our hamlet, I understand, okay. So your wife is that important that you've been like kind of treating her somehow within.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Dr. Kosido Ngwea.
All right,
I'm
Dr.
calling
Kasudo.
from NSA University, yes.
All right, welcome to the show. So who's the strongest woman you know, and what makes you think of her as that?
My mother.
Okay.
I think almost everybody talking about their mothers. Yeah, go on.
Yes. My mother is the strongest woman I know because while we're growing up, my mom is somebody that does dual activities without getting tired.
Okay.
She'll wake up by 4 a.m. every day and make sure breakfast is ready by 6 a.m. and goes to school. And she was a secondary school teacher then. Though now she's teaching at College of Education, Kasala.
Okay.
But even at secondary school, she'll wake up, prepare food, and then we'll do other activities.
Okay.
She was a businesswoman too. And then if you have rights to me, and then you don't have to be late to school.
Yeah.
If she's the one who's on duty, she'll still beat you for coming late.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes. And she does her home chores and participate with us. And I never knew that she was this hardworking until I became a woman.
Wow.
When I became a woman, I understand deeply how hardworking and how strong she is.
Okay.
and I appreciate her for that.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in to share that with us, Dr. Kwasido.
Most of the times, if somebody is not there, there's this saying that says that you don't know the importance of something
until the person is not there. That's when you start looking back.
So the doctor now after she step into the motherhood,
okay,
she
let's
now
take this
realize.
call. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. It's Tena Timothy,
All right, Timothy, where are you calling from?
calling out international water.
All right, so tell us, who's the strongest woman you know, and what makes you think of her as that?
The strongest woman I know is my mom, and her name is Memshima King James.
Okay. So what makes you to think of her as that?
Because for her to stand there that her husband, this thing that you started, we must end it. Look at now, look at how the radio station is used.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for calling in to share that. Okay, it's always not very easy for women to just stand in everything you do with your spouse and all of that, but that's what it's meant for, right? I mean, that's the joy of marriage, having to stand by someone and then someone also standing by you, because as a woman, as you're standing by your husband is standing by you. I mean, that's the joy that is in marriage. So thank you for calling in to say that. Also, you also can be part of this conversation if you reach out to us on 090-3648-5868.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Godwin Adangbe.
Where is Godwin calling from?
From Honor Occupier Phase 2.
Okay, so tell us, who's the strongest woman you know and what makes you think of her as that?
The strongest woman I know is certainly my mother.
Okay.
Mrs. Dina Movihinga Mjina Adangbe.
Wow, so good of you to actually mention her name. Okay, so tell us, what makes you think of her as that?
She's strong, she's patient, she's hardworking. I've been married for over 56 years to my dad.
Wow, okay.
Raised 5 boys through the military experience of my dad being in the military for 38 years.
Okay.
And she's one woman whose patience I admire.
Okay.
And kindness. Her virtues, the virtues she impacted in us, even as boys, is something to admire.
Okay.
We're exposed to house chores, discipline, and I think the guest in the house there said something about his mom that relates to my mother and my upbringing.
Okay.
It has to do with accountability. We were taught to be accountable for our actions, and then we were cautious too. You don't take what doesn't belong to you. I think she aided parenting. Then parenting was purposeful.
Okay.
So she's a woman I admire so much, and I pray if I can give her maybe the luxuries of life, God helps me.
Amen. All right. Thank you very much for calling in to share that with us. We heard from Godwin, and the strongest woman he knows is also his mom. I mean, moms are so strong. Let's not there's no even argument about that. Really. Moms are so strong. I mean, the endurance and the whole, bringing up children. It's not like dads are not. Dads are always there, to guide you and support the family and all of that. But when it comes to raising children,
because the mother is always there.
I think the direct work comes from the mom. But
not two ways about that.
True. Okay, so you too can call in to be part of this conversation and tell us the strongest woman you know and why you think of her as that, and that is on 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. Who is the strongest woman you know and what makes you to think of her as that? All right, so Edison, do you think women are just born strong, or do lives challenges make them strong?
For me, I would say that this is divine. Because
Okay,
most of the time,
divine is the word.
yeah, because most of the times, if I take to look at how women does things, I will begin to imagine, can I do this? Actually, I think it's not something that you will just earn it with hard work. Because no matter what, even as a man, there are a lot of things that even if you said you force yourself to learn or to do, certainly you won't get it, perfect as, these people, they are divinely created to work on that part. I think theirs is not something that you just earn it per se.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Something that is, that, came from above.
Okay, so you two can call in and tell us the strongest woman you know and what makes you to think of her as that. And while you're telling us about your mom, your aunt, your sister, and all of that, all of the other women, don't forget yourself. You can just call in and also talk to yourself, because I know for people who are even young, who are really, really strong women. So you can actually mention yourself as well. It doesn't have to be someone else. It could also be yourself. And that is on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Who is the strongest woman you know, and what makes you to think of her as that? So, okay, Edison.
Yeah.
Why do you think women are able to multitask? Well, this kind of like, should I say, is it something they are born with? Is it just a woman's nature, or is it something that we learn from society as we grow up, or what is it? Why do you think women are just able to multitask so well?
Like I said earlier on, because women, this is not something they just learn. It's something that came from above, even from the creation.
Okay.
Because if not, how can somebody in the morning, you wake up early in the morning, bathe your children, take them to school, you prepare something for them, and then they go out there, you stay, cook, wash dishes, and do all manner of things. And then at night, another duty come on board, which I cannot mention. And then it will continue that way. And sometimes I would say that it's not just something that somebody can just learn, or their commitment, their hard work leads to that. It's just something that I would say is divine. Seriously, for me, I would say it's divine, because it's not just something normal.
Okay. All right, so this is Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we are talking about the strongest woman I know. So you too can call in to be part of this conversation if you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Who is the strongest woman you know, and what makes you to think of her as that? You can call in and share that with us, whether it's your wife, whether it's your sister, your friend, or just your neighbor, even your neighbor. And don't forget yourself as well. If you're that strong, call in and hype yourself. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Andrew here.
All right.
I'm calling from Boko Road.
Okay, so tell us, who's the strongest woman you know, and what makes you to think of her as that?
The strongest woman I know is my mother.
Okay.
My mother was a farmer. And she has a big farm. And in the morning, she will go to farm. That time, there was nothing like exercise.
Okay.
You weed the farm with small hoe. And then after that, she will carry her wood on her head.
Okay.
Before you know, she don't cook for us. And anybody lazy in the house, you wake us in the morning that we should go to work. That time, it was something, soybeans and rice. You must go to work before you come back.
Yeah.
So she advised us in a very good way.
Wow.
and she makes money in that farming work.
Okay, so thank you for calling in to share that with us. Even though the call went off, I'm sure you had a good thing to say about.
Yeah, he was really trying to say something positive, you know.
Okay, so Edison, on a final note, if you had to say something to that strong woman you know out there, what would that be? You know, you mentioned your mom,
Yeah.
or you can even say it for all the strong women out there, both those who their work go unnoticed and even those who get the praises they deserve and all that. What is that word you would say to them?
One of the basic thing I would say is that they should continue in doing what they are doing. They said to be positive, and God, who created them, will really reward them. Because I think we cannot reward them as expected because they are doing extraordinary good. Yeah.
Okay, so when we talk about strong women, it's not always about muscles or power. Sometimes it's the quiet strength of a woman who keeps a family together even though life is tough. It's the woman who wakes up early, works hard all day, and still finds a way to show love, care, and faith. Strength can be seen in so many ways. The woman who never gave up on her dreams, the one who forgave and moved on, or even the one who smiled through pain so her children wouldn't worry. For some people, it might be their mother, wife, sister, aunt, or even a friend. And for others, it could even be a woman they barely knew. For you, you said it was your mother.
Yeah, really.
But whichever way, I mean, all women are strong. If you ask me, all women are strong. And that's where we'll wrap it up on Women of Speed today. It's clear that every strong woman carries a story, sometimes silent, sometimes seen, but always powerful. So as you go, don't forget to remember, strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it simply endures. Also coming up at 4 p.m. is the Speed Lane. So stay tuned for that and more right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. This has been Women of Speed, and we have been talking about the strongest woman I know. And I've been your host today. My name is MaryCynthia, together with
Dishon, Edison.
And together we are saying have a nice day.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM. AskingRadio.com app available on Android and iOS devices. Download now.
We feel like taking a break so that others can catch up.